Hmm. Are you? Not yet. Okay. Sounds good. Could not connect outdated client. Do I have to update again? Probably not. Xbox app, here we go. The orange things. Okay, cool. Oh yeah, I was. Maybe. Oh wow, my render distance. I can see the warehouse. Interesting. Hold on, let me start my stuff. I think it's just regular. Yeah. In real life and in the game world. Give me 1 second. Okay. We're just checking to see if you still need to know how to play after 10 years. Really? I did not know that. Oh, that's cool. That I did not know. I learned something today. That's interesting. Uh, Although I do like that it's B, not E for emotes. Cool. Change a bit. Is it's just my bed. What happens if I go here? Start streaming, start recording. Why is it not? There we go. Testing. Alrighty, I sound pretty good. Welcome everyone to another episode of Micro Power Hour. We had to reset the server and we lost some progress, but other than that, we should be good to go. I am the Traveling Wanderer. With me today is Taco. Kiki should be on their way, and also Signature. But yes, Let's get this party started. Oh, we gotta start off. I was so close to being done. Um, uh-oh. Go. Now I know how Kiki felt. Now I know how Kiki felt, even though it was only like a couple of days or a week.
Look at all those chickens.
Speaking of Kiki, but yeah, she said you said 6 months.
What? I'm so lost. Oh, you mean 3 months of me having to mine that ice all over again after I spent so much time just for you to remember? Oh, you wanna know, I think there's actually ice in the ice castle where I've been living at for the last 3 months that got reset. Yeah, I was getting ice for the tunnel. Yes. Yes, because the design in the tunnel was the easy part. It was getting the stupid ice that took forever. Oh, you got everything working? Okay, well, I go start my stream then. I deafen.
Apparently put on hold. Yeah, it's a little glitching. It's glitching out a little bit. Glitching out a little bit, but it's good. It works. Oh. I will say not having the textures is interesting. I don't mind it. I actually I am not in the water. I was. I mean, a little bit, I guess. But we also have the not the cheat code, but the thing that helps us breathe. Yes. I don't remember that. Oh, maybe. Is this the building of the first tunnel? Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I remember. It was good. Really didn't do much. Watched the Super Bowl and the Eagles absolutely trounced the Chiefs. Um, but other than that, not much else. It's been snowing on and off a lot, so I haven't really been doing much. Yeah, unfortunate. I work on Friday, and then next week I work as well, and then The first is my birthday, so I don't work. I'll be 35. I went to the doctor the other day for a general checkup, and everything is good. Not anemic or pre-diabetic, which is nice. But my cholesterol is high, so I need to. We're working on that, I guess. Less bread, which is my absolute favorite thing in the world. But and then more vegetables, more fruits. Yes, lots more fiber. I feel so old now. I'm getting like, I got the Metamucil gummies, and they're good, but I'm just like, has it really come to this now? The emergency. Oh, there's that too, but I was like, let me just get the gummies. Okay. Oof. Oh yeah, that giant pill that you have to swallow all the time. I'm actually kind of curious. I don't mind it. Fun. If you have any gravel on you, you're more than welcome to give it to me. Or if you've gone already. Oh. Okay. Are you nervous that this spire is gonna crash the world? Hmm. What? Yeah, I was wondering why it was like like sideways. Yeah. What does that mean? Nice. Nice. You don't have to do it now.
No. What was I doing over here a week ago? Oh, I still got sand. Hell yeah. Well, now I gotta go dig more sand anyways, I guess. Oh, wait. Or did I have sand up in here? Oh my gosh, I had sand up in here. Uh, I'm great. I've been enjoying my new car. I feel fancy. I'm spoiled. I ain't even gonna lie. Oh my gosh, this car has so many features. I feel so spoiled using it. Hey, I gotta redo everything. Okay, well, yeah, I'm off to the waters. Whee! Oh, I think it's sheer. Oh, I don't remember. Almost went to jail. Almost went to jail.
Heck, almost killed a person.
Needed bail money. Great face on stream. You don't show your face on stream. No, I really don't. Yeah. Yes. Okay, okay, okay. Huh? What do I
You're
do?
inspirational, Kiki.
Apparently so. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Uh, yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with it because, like, because I mean, I've done streams where I've literally like bawled my eyes out to chat and stuff, even because I've been feeling like crap. But it doesn't mean like I just didn't want to punish myself for it. But I also got to let it out to people who also just understand and give me words that I need to hear.
It also helps to see that you're not crazy and you're like you need to actually feel these feelings.
Yeah. Sometimes you just gotta do it on the internet. I mean, well, it doesn't sound like a bad place, apparently. I've done it a few times. But yeah, it's no point of punishing yourself because of things out of your control. Wait a minute. Which update is this? Oh wait, I don't think this is this update yet. Never mind. I was wondering if it was this the newest update. I wanted the flowers, but I don't think it's that update yet. Tell me about
It's
it.
only been 2 months.
Yeah, it's been a garbage year. And why is this drowning my boat? Yeah, Taco ain't wrong. Shoot, I started my year off my car deciding it wanted to die. What do you mean you want to die? Doesn't even give no warning. It's just all like, I'm alive. I'm dead. I'm not coming back either. So don't expect me to. Oh, I was
Oh
waiting
yeah,
for
the
the
bed
taco.
pushes you off, like for a second.
I was waiting for the tacos died from kinetic damage or from falling or something like that. Mhm. Eh, everything looks fine to me. I'm out here swimming with the dolphins. I mean, you've already claimed a number of them, so what's a few more? Yeah, I have a car, and I had one of those moments that you don't think, like, you don't feel like should actually happen. Like one of those movie moments when they're all like, "Oh my gosh, this is the one. There's nothing more perfect. There was no catch. There's no. It was. It. Okay, so it was like to the point it was so perfect that I don't feel like I deserved it. That's how perfect everything was.
It was too easy to be true.
Yes.
Too good. That's the word. Yep, too good to be true.
Yes, and it was honestly it was quite scary. Because like I had literally saw the car. I saw the car. Let's see, what's today? Today is this. I literally saw the car not like this past Friday, but the Friday before then. I had literally found the car online and was like, oh, this would be interesting to go and look at. It says that this dealership has 3 of them, so I mean that gives me like 3 different ones to look at that hopefully maybe one of them will fit what I'm looking for. And so yeah. And so my mom was like, "Well, you gonna ask your dad to take you down there when you go drop off this food that she had made me? She wanted me to make food for a funeral and stuff." And so it was like, well, I mean, I guess I can ask him to go and drop it. I can go ask him if he'll take me over there while after we drop off this food. So we go over there, and we were like, "Okay, we're here to look at your Malibus," and they're like, "Okay, we got 3 of them." And I'm like, "Okay, well, we're here to look at the 2020s, and I would like to know which ones have remote start." Because that right there was my main criteria. Out of any of the cars I looked at, it needed to have remote start. I'm tired of having to walk outside with half my bed on me to start up my car at 3 in the morning to get to work on the cold days, okay? If I was gonna get a new car, it was gonna have remote start. So he was like, okay, yeah, we got 2 of them that got remote. No, I'm not. That was the other thing. Shoot, I'm not paying to get it installed. I would have already installed it the car. So he was like, okay, yeah, 2 of the 3 of them have remote start. I'm like, okay, we'll go check these out. And then like, I was happy because it was like the cheapest one and then the middle cheap one. So I didn't have to worry about the high expensive one. That was like on the high end of my budget. And so I went to go and look at the middle one. He's like, okay, so this is this one right here. And I'm like, okay. And I look at it, I'm like, oh, it looks nice. It's a nice color. He's like, it already has tinted windows. I'm like, oh, that's a plus. I don't even have to pay to get tinted windows on the car. And I'm like, okay. And then he was like, here, let me go get the starter and let me open it up. And I'm like, okay. And he opened it up and I sit in there and I was like, wait a minute.
This is the one.
And I'm like, why? I'm like, it has. And I'm like, it also even has heated seats. It has the dash that I actually like because, you know, different models have like different dash like boards and how it looks and everything. It had the touchscreen one and it looked good. And I'm like, and I'm sitting and I'm like, oh my gosh. And then I look up and it's a dual sunroof. I'm like, oh my god, there's a sunroof in this car? And I'm like, okay, hold up. Let me open up the trunk and let me open up the hood of the car. Because for 12 years, when I bought my first car, the trunk, never the like suspension thingies on the trunk, whatever like holds the trunk open on its own. Yeah, I guess that's what you want to call it. Or I guess if that's what it's called. The first car I had, the pistons in the trunk never worked. And back then when I was in high school, because I bought this car my senior year, my dad told me he would fix it. And I went 12 years of them never getting fixed. So every time I opened up my trunk, it was a Russian roulette on if it was going to stay open on its own. So I was like, I want to make sure. I was like, it has to be able to stay open on its own. The trunk has to be able to stay open on its own. And then I want to make sure the the hood has either like the little stick or it also just stays open on its own. I'm like, I'm not dealing with having to hold my trunk or hood open on my own anymore. I'm like, I have upgraded to myself. I want to make sure I have just the basic necessities in a car. So we did that, and oh my gosh, it was a big trunk, which I was really happy about, and it was clean. It looked nice. It was like it was well taken care of. I'm like, this can't be it. I'm looking at it, I'm like, oh my gosh. And then I get back in the car and I'm like, and my dad's like, I know that look. He's like, I'm like, I can't believe it was just everything was just so perfect. And I was like, oh my gosh. I'm like, okay, wait, hold up. Let's go look at the other car first. Cause I'm like, I don't want to like just jump the gun. So we go look at the other car and I get into it. I'm like, yeah. I didn't get like the spark like what I got in the first car. I mean, nothing wrong with it. The other car came with WeatherTech mats, and I'm like, hey, can you like throw those in my car possibly? In the end, no, he wouldn't throw me the gosh dang WeatherTech mats in my car. I was so upset. I asked so many times. And so, yeah, and I was like, can we go back to the other car? He was like, yeah. And I went back to the other car and I was like, I think this is the car. I was like, I gotta get my dad and his mechanic friend to come out first to go and check over the engine and, check all that stuff that I don't have no clue about. I was like, well, can you write it up and tell me like what basically the final price is gonna be? And that was like the part I was like really afraid of after the amount of places I've gone. And then they're like, oh, well, here goes the final write-up. And there's like $3,000 worth of extra fees that you're trying to figure out why the hell you have to pay. So that I'm sitting there and I'm nervous because I'm like, everything that seems too good to be true. The car is perfect. The car's in good condition. Everything is like, I was like, there's got to be a catch somewhere. So then he shows me the write-up. And he's all like, okay, so this is what all the fees mean. And, by then, all I hear is womp, 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 because I'm not listening. And I'm just looking at the paper and going to the bottom of it to see what the final total is. And it was like, I was like, it was less than, it was less than 1,500 on the fees. That was added on to it. I was like, no sticking way that I have a car. And I was like, oh my gosh, I was like, I'm buying this car. Like, if my dad and his mechanic friend said that like everything mechanically is fine with this car, I'm getting this car. Because the car was like 9,600. And it ended up being like 10,900 after all the taxes.
That's not that.
And I was like, yes. Because it was like, I was already like talking about like a 10K loan. But the 10K loan was like the max in a loan I would take out. But the car was only 10,900. And I was willing to pay at least 3,000 cash myself. And so I ended up forking out a little bit more, which, I mean, my bank account looks very sad now because I forked out another 900. But I rather have only had to take out. Yeah, I'm happy I'm only having to deal with like a 7K loan compared to like an 8K loan. Yeah, and now I'm in that phase of, I just bought this really cool, nice thing, and now I feel like I need to spoil it while buying a whole bunch of accessories that I don't need, but I want for the car. You don't understand how often I've been searching Amazon for this random stuff that I probably don't even need, but I want. Oh, I don't have fuzzy dice, but I had dice from my first car, so they're already in there.
Yeah, or the fuzzy eyelashes on the headlights.
I, my car looks too much like a model to have eyelashes. No. Um, I didn't have fuzzy stuff in my old car. I was, uh, I'm sad to like admit it. I was in that cheetah leopard print phase. So in my old car, it was purple like cheetah print. Um, but yeah, and so like I haven't I have like found like other things that I've bought for the car. First, I bought me a new umbrella to stick in my car because my gay umbrella is sadly rusted on the inside and it doesn't it and I just recently found out that it's very much not wind resistant. So, the first time, yeah, and after the first time it flips inside out, it's basically bound to do it again. And so I'm gonna have to put it down. And so I was on TikTok, you know me, and and I knew the moment I saw this video that I was getting owed because I saw this umbrella video and I was like, I have to have this umbrella, which is really sad. It was just really sad because you get old when you get excited about appliances that you see.
I know I have a raincoat that I have like two. One is just like basic, like, oh, it's just drizzling outside, versus one that's like, oh, it's pouring out. We're gonna use this one. And I like that one too because it has a hood, and the other one doesn't. So it's like, so I don't know. But I know my grandmother has umbrellas, but at that point I'm like, I'd rather just use the raincoat and be fine.
You said something. Oh, sand. You still talking about the sand? The only way to get glasses is to turn it into sand. I mean, turn the sand into glass. You do other things while it gets in the glass, like I did while telling that story. All of my sand is now glass. Um, Somebody has conveniently left like 5 furnaces inside the warehouse that
Oh yeah,
I've
that
just
was
been
me.
using. What do you mean? Those furnaces have been sitting there for I don't know how long. I don't know what you're talking about. Well, I mean, I'm technically at the warehouse if you have anything in the furnace cooking. Why do you want minecarts at the ice castle? Aren't you just gonna run into the minecarts that are already over there? Oh, there's a zillion minecarts at the warehouse.
There might be rail carts in the chests.
What about my car? This is the first car I've ever owned that has a sunroof.
My first car was a Toyota Corolla 2004 and had a sunroof. It was fine. I know it has some issues sometimes when it rains and stuff like that, but mine was fine.
That's what I'm assuming you're talking about, Taco, with the rain. Don't worry. Don't worry. Today it's been raining since 5 a.m. and it stopped raining at 6. And I got in my car before work and it was fine. And I got in the car after work and I did not see any issues. So I think I'm good. And don't worry, it's also supposed to rain tomorrow and Thursday and Friday and Saturday. And I can give you an update next week on if we're still good.
Because I think the sunroofs have like ports in it, so that way sometimes some of them get clogged. So it's worth to like check them out every once in a while.
And it What? That is interesting. My mom's had a car and it never done that. Oh, wait a minute. The car my mom had beforehand, it did have that issue because we would go to the gym and it'd be raining and then she would start driving and it wouldn't go down our backs. It would just like randomly either choose the driver's side or the passenger side where it would just pour out from the ceiling. And it was Russian roulette. I remember that now because I'm like, she would just start driving and I would just get poured on, or she would get poured on. I do remember that. That was actually very funny when that happened one time. Yeah, because it wasn't even the fact that it wasn't even from like it wasn't at the sunroof part. It was like the fact that like it traveled like around in the ceiling and then just like seep through. So that one was like way worse. Yeah. Yeah, hopefully.
And it's double sunroof, so the driver and passenger and the passengers behind you could get hit with water.
Yeah, it's like Double sunroof, as in like the back part is stationary, so it doesn't move. Only the front half of it opens.
Mm.
Well, yeah. Oh, those are actually really good. They were trying to peer pressure. Okay, so I tasted them at work and then they tried to peer pressure me to buy some. I'm like, I want you to know I found these oddly weirdly nice, but I would not want a whole container of them.
What do they taste like?
And not to worry you at all, Taco. It's just the fact that like I'm not a fan of salted caramel, so I was actually quite surprised that I very much actually enjoyed the salted caramel taste of it. That's my only thing. If you like salted caramel, you might really like it. Oh yeah, it is also smells really strong. Let me see. What is it? It is it's a swirled salted caramel and shortbread flavored cream.
Mm.
Oreo. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't get that either because I was all like, "Why does it say shortbread? I'm not getting this shortbread taste," but okay.
Someone needs to sleep.
That would be me. Wow, Taco, really? I can't believe you just noticed that. SMH.
SMH in my head. It wasn't too bad.
Really? She liked the Coke ones? That's crazy. Minecart. Man, I'm like rowing really fast. Then it just, you know, this is triggering me. It's like when you're rowing, it's like the timing gets off for a bit, and it's like, how does the timing get off? Not very often.
How tall are you, Kiki?
5'9.5".
Oh, wow.
Well, I guess I should ask, do you mean like female or male or just people in general? Okay, female, rarely ever. I mean, my sister's like taller than me, but that's only like, woo, okay. That's only like a half of inch though, so you can't really tell. But very rarely do I see a female taller than me. Men, most men I see are usually about the same height or like a little bit taller. But there's been occasional times where I've seen men that are like really tall, and I'm like, and I had to look up to them, and I'm like, this is oddly scary. Yeah, in my opinion, it's scary when I have to look up to somebody because I already I already feel like I'm really tall, and if I'm looking up to somebody, they're really tall. They do say you shrink when you get older. Oh, that's crazy. Wow.
So I'm 5'6" and everyone's taller than me, which I don't care, but it's just like it's always interesting seeing like a really tall person. I'm like, huh, okay.
You be short. You be short. Ah!
That's always the best when I. Sorry, Doc. Go ahead. Sorry. That's exactly what I was gonna say. It's always the best when you get like your car serviced and then you go into your car and I'm like, I feel so. Why is everything so far away? And then you spend like at least like a couple minutes just like resetting everything where it was, and it's like okay.
I feel like I never had that issue. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if I just had people who were the same height as me. So they just like, I always was able just to get in my car and then just go.
It's also fun like watching them because usually they're a lot taller than I am, and then like them going into the car and they can't fit. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, and they usually laugh it off.
No.
See, I can fit anywhere, so it doesn't really bother me.
Unless you get a car that just actually has a nice big back seat, which is very rare. Yeah, or I guess it's like one of those like really big vehicles.
And none of them are comfortable. A hitch, kind of.
Oh, well, yeah, I hope you can find it.
As we were working on the bridge, remember? The underwater bridge? Oh. You want to have a super smelter by the spire so that way it cooks things faster? Like on the bridge itself, so that we're not working on the bridge at the moment, but once we are, we can move it. Because if you're not there, I'm definitely going to be here just like with gravel and stuff like that. Okay. I leave that up to you. I mean, the second water bridge that we did, maybe that's there still, but um I have I have no idea. There's a couple of furnaces by me, but that's about it. Yeah, like I can make like a bunch of furnaces.
SMH. I'm talking about SMH and you and these Oreos. Oh my god, so you can still have them. Oh, where'd I? Oops, I've lost my bed. Which is which is which is crazy how I've lost my bed and I haven't left the area that I've been working in. So I have either oh wait, did I leave it in here? Found it.
That's exactly what it feels like. You're like, I'm ready for the new day, and then you jump up and hurt yourself.
Which one? The getting out of bed animation? Oh yeah, it's almost yeeting me off the top of this build a few times.
You good, Taco?
Coming in off the top rope. Here he comes, DJ Bear. That goes a bear magnet.
Just run past him.
Just tell him you're friends of mine. You just have to speak their language. I've never had an issue. I would help, but I'm wrangling frogs right now. I'm a frog wrangler. There we go. Second time's the charm. Here we go. Take two.
Nice. Nice.
Hey Taka, you put sand in your ender chest the last time you went there. I was reminding you that you put sand in your ender chest the last time you went there. Yes. Lightbearer 2 is... Hold up. Green sent that to me. Hold on, let me find it. She told me. She told me. Where did she put it at? Where did she... oh, that was so that was that. When did she first tell me? Library 2 is apparently getting a second thing. For long, reading the description part below all of this, it's basically gonna have most of the stuff from the first game with reworked mechanics to balance things better. New maps, new shadows, unique mechanics in each maps, and familiars that give unique passive abilities, as well as sayings that is much, much more. And yeah, and it'll basically be like how the first one is, where you can get some stuff for free and then just buy the one DLC to get all the other stuff for free. So, you know, basically when people make a second of a game and they do it better than the first game. Yeah. Yeah, basically. Yeah. I mean, we had a lot of fun when we played it the first time, so that's why I mentioned it, because we had a lot of fun in the first one. So if the second one's gonna be free like how the first one is, might as well mention it. What was a horror movie? Oh, yeah, I just realized it's after 8 o'clock and I really need to go and do stuff for work tomorrow. Yep, so it was fun, you guys, but I got to go.
Have a good night, Kiki.
You too. Goodbye.
I'll do one more day. That's the theme of this episode. 2025 sucks. And it's going to be the theme for the rest of the year. And probably for the next 4 years. Yeah. I think I'm at where I was before, about to be, but we'll see. Hopefully your world stays next week so I don't have to do the same thing again. Good thing you backed it up, though. Nice. That brought back vivid flashbacks. You don't like the regularness of everything? Oh yeah. Alright. That is it for me. Yeah. Not many people are online today. But yes, I am the Traveling Wanderer. With me today was Takoyaki and Kiki. But yeah, I'll try to stream throughout this week. Things are gonna get a little bit more busy, and tomorrow's supposed to snow, so we'll see how that goes. But yes, you're all wonderful, you're all 1,000,000, and you're all one of a kind, and I'll see you all next time. Bye bye. Cool. Have a good night. We'll see you later.